Well, we're going to talk a little about types of bonds. The first one we're going to talk about is called an ionic bond. But first, let's think about why do chemicals bond with each other? Or chemicals, let me say elements. Why do they bond? Because some atoms never bond with each other. Helium, neon, argon, they don't bond with anything. I wonder why that is. Well, we have to look at the structure of an atom. The structure of an atom has a nucleus in the middle that has protons in it, protons and neutrons. And then electrons are arranged in layers. So in the first layer, we see that we have 2 electrons. In the second layer, we hold 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then in the third layer, we also hold 8 electrons. So all the layers, outside layers, hold 8 electrons. The inside one only holds 2. Now, when a layer gets full, another layer starts, because atoms are most stable when layers are full on the outside. So each layer is full. When it fills up, we build another layer. But electrons aren't really at their happiest. Atoms aren't really at their happiest until the layer is full on the outside. So why don't helium, neon, and argon bond? Well, if we look at helium, helium has 2 protons, and it has to have 2 electrons then to pair up with them. So we see that this first layer has 2 electrons in it. So hey, that's a full layer. It's full. Now we take a look at neon. Neon has 10 protons, and therefore it's got 10 electrons to balance out the 10 protons. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 electrons. But look, this outside layer has 8 electrons in it. So therefore it's full as well. And then argon. Argon has 18 protons in it. So it's got to have 18 electrons to balance out the 18 protons. So we have 1, 2, that fills the first layer, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so there's 8 in the second layer. That's full, so we've got to start another layer. So we go 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, that's the 18 electrons we need to balance the 18 protons. Now this layer is full. So we've got full layers. So because they have 8 electrons in their outer layers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, they're full. Helium only needs 2 because it's really small. So helium, neon, and argon don't bond because their outer layers are full with 8 electrons. Other atoms don't have full outer layers. Look at sodium. It's got 11 protons, so it's got its 2 electrons on the inner layer plus 1, 2, plus 8 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, to make a total of 10. And then we add 1 more to make a total of 11. So we've just got 1 electron on the outer layer. Compare that to chlorine, which has 17 protons. So it has 1, 2 on the inner layer, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that adds 8 more to fill the second layer. But then on the outside layer, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it has 17 electrons to balance out the 17 protons in the middle. But it only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in order to make a full layer, it's got to find another electron. Sodium here has 1 to give up. So let's show you what happens. Well, what happens is that this electron here is stolen and fits right in here. So that gives chlorine 8 electrons on the outside. So let's go to the next page and get a clearer picture of what that means. So now, chlorine has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, it's got 8 electrons on the outside. Its outer layer. Sodium doesn't have anything in its outer layer anymore. So its outer layer becomes this one here. And look, it's got 8 electrons. So it's actually pretty happy. Now, there is a little bit of a problem. Because sodium has 11 protons and 10 electrons, it has one more proton. So therefore, it's got to have a positive charge because there's not another electron to balance out this leftover proton. The opposite thing is true on chlorine. Because it's got an extra electron here, it means it's now got one more electron than it has protons. So I've got 17 protons, but 18 electrons. So that makes it negative. And these are what we call ions. Ions are atoms with charges due to extra or fewer electrons. Now, the one thing that happens, though, is that because this guy's positive and this guy's negative, opposites attract. So what happens is that it pulls this sodium together with this chlorine to make sodium chloride. So this is what we call an ionic bond. Ionic bonds happen between metals and nonmetals. Okay. They happen when the nonmetal steals an electron from a metal. And so then the ions are then attracted to each other. Let's stop it right there. We'll start a new video that talks about Lewis diagrams.